Hi, I'm Stellian, founder and chief storyteller at Stellar Storytelling, and I've got another release that I'm excited to share with you, which is the 3 journals that started as digital journals and are now printed and available for you to purchase so that you can start or continue your self growth journey. They definitely have some new upgrades to them compared to the original vision. But if you look to the back, you're going to see that some things haven't changed. Obviously, the first 3 journals are the energy journals, and so they go through the first 3 chakras. So, the root chakra, this is the red, or rather, the pink I use for the root chakra in my branding. This is the orange to signify the sacral chakra. So, this is working on your passion, working on your creativity, your expression, and the confidence mission, which is the third chakra, the leadership chakra, the solar plexus chakra, which also is responsible for our joy. So, let's have a walkthrough in each of them and explore the colors, explore the printing, and see what's inside. Okay, so these are the 3 journals. Let's start with the first one, the self love journey. The formatting is the same apart from the back, which was me testing different designs. So this was the original one. And later on, I decided to expand the site for a smoother, kind of more circular back. Although I'm not quite sure which one I like more. Do I like the clean black, or do I like it when it continues with the colors? Because I quite love the colors and I think it makes sense for the consistency, but I haven't made up my mind which one I like more just yet before I finalize the designs. So let me know what you think. The self-love journey. The self-love journey follows the exact same structure as the digital journal. So it's a 30-day journal. There's me. We have quotes. We have one journal prompt for each day and one quote. And you get to decide what your daily intention is with one word, as well as your stamp of success. You get to determine how successful do you feel your day was based on answering the question, the daily intention that you had, were you acting in alignment with it, and finally the daily challenge. A quote to get you inspired. This was a lot of fun to create the visuals for all the quotes. Love the questions. This is all part of the big talk challenge that I did. You can see that here. It's the big talk series. So there was a challenge that I did for 365 days, one big question every single day. But obviously, I've added some more questions to help you journal and go through your self growth journey. Then we have some exercises. The visualization exercise. Pause and take a moment to connect with the image on the next page. So I've used Amazon KDP, the premium paper, premium colored paper, and I'm quite happy with the colors. I think the images are quite sharp, even though they don't compare it to the digital, but I think you can still feel the energy from each image. The questions continue, the quotes continue, and then we have a check-in at day 10 to see your total score and to understand how you're doing with your journey. Yep, day 11, when did you last fuck up? This is all about mistakes and overcoming your understanding of mistakes, that they're learning experiences. Another image here to connect with more quotes, more questions. Then we have a check-in at day 20. And another visualization exercise before we complete the journey with the total. And then you have a score. So You get to understand what your score is, and you can also cut all the stickers and glue them. You can learn more about Ruby Ray, the protector of the root chakra, that is the patron of this journal, and all of the score emojis, so to speak, you can cut, and they're the same size as the score, so you can actually glue them here as you're going along if you want to get more playful. And you get to see the 30-day energy journals. And also, if you leave a review, you get to claim a complimentary session with me to talk about anything. You could also request a tarot session if you want to get into more depth about your self-growth journey. And yeah, you get to see more about me and what I've created so far, as well as some of my podcasts. The 30-day Big Talk journals are designed to support your self-growth journey with daily journal prompts, wisdom, and challenges. Let's do a powerful quantum jump together. This is the first one, the self-love journey. This is the second one, the passion pathway. Obviously, with this one, there is a line here that has been added onto the printing, which unfortunately is from the printers, that is Amazon. And it has nothing to do with the design files or the design. It might happen. I guess this is kind of the experience that you get when you're self-publishing, when you're creating things at a smaller scale. Some of the printing mistakes are just part of the process. They're just part of the journey, part of the imperfections of the journey. So the journal follows the exact same structure. You have 30 questions with some additional questions and some additional challenges. I don't think there's any repeated questions or challenges or quotes. Everything is completely different. The visualization exercises are different. We have the two chickens, the two visualization exercises, and yeah, some of them are very vibrant. Some of them are really exciting to engage with, and they might actually unlock some additional channeled messages on your end. Once again, I had a lot of fun creating the visuals. The color scheme here is orange. Orange is the main color to further strengthen the relationship with the sacral chakra. And you have the score, so different ranks that you might reach as part of your journey. And then you can cut all of the stickers. You can learn more about Tangerine Fae, the protector of the sacral chakra, as part of my brand. And I probably should create a whole book about the story around the 7 chakra protectors. That's on my to-do list. These are the other 30-day journals, and you can claim a complimentary session with me by leaving a review. These are the symbols for the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and of course we have the solar plexus chakra. Printing here is lovely, no mistakes, everything is glossy, it feels vibrant. Apart from this line here in the middle, everything just feels superior. I think there's some scratching here on the first one. It might be from handling it based on how I've touched it, or just scratches from the box, from delivery. But the printing overall doesn't have any mistakes. So from handling the design files correctly to submitting them online to receiving the final product, everything feels and looks like it's supposed to. Now, obviously, as I'm going through the journal, I'm thinking to myself, should I make the font a little bit smaller? Should I change anything around the design? But when I'm looking at it, it feels consistent and it feels easy to read, easy to engage with, easy to take a photo of and understand that this is a journal. This is something that is designed to be filled in with information. And I feel like there's enough space for answers and enough space to feel like this isn't a book about reading, but rather this is a journal type of publication. Obviously, I love the colors. I think this visual might be replicated, but there are no replications of the actual quotes and the color schemes. Day 5, who are the people you look up to? What's your daily intention with one word? It could be connection, it could be solitude, it could be research, depending on what you decide to do with this challenge and what your intuition is telling you to do. And then your daily challenge. Select 5 achievements from those you admire and repeat. I'm grateful for the example, and I too can achieve it. I too can achieve publishing a book, publishing my own journal. I too can achieve traveling solo, and so on. Things that you admire in other people. We have a really interesting visualization exercise here where we're bringing some of the visuals around transformation, courage, and leadership. You see that we have yellow here as the core color of this journal, and finally we have your score and Miss Courage. So you can cut and glue all the stickers. You can use them in your own journals outside of this journal, and then you get to meet Miss Courage, the protector of the solar plexus chakra, on the website. And of course, if you leave a review after you've purchased one of the 3 30-day journals, you can claim a complimentary session with me, whether you're looking for creative strategy or spiritual guidance, or you want to learn more about your soul purpose, my journey, or just talk about life. So these are the 3 journals. We're really excited to add them to the Stellar Storytelling collection. And if you have been following my journey, you know that there are 4 more journals that are the elemental journals. While they weren't initially connected to the chakras, I think I might connect them for consistency and transform them a little bit while keeping the content alive. Yeah, let me know what you think. Which one is your favorite? What would you add to the journals? What would you remove? What are your thoughts? And yeah, feel free to purchase one for Christmas. This is the perfect time to invest in your self-growth or to share one of these journals with a friend and invite them to start their own self-growth journey.